guys, and welcome to my very first ever YouTube video. For my first video, I went ahead and created this look right here using the Urban Decay Naked Heat palette. I used it to create a warm, deep, smoky eye. So if you want to see how I went ahead and created this look, then just keep on watching. So I'm going to go ahead and start on my brows first. I always do my brows first. And I'm going to be using the ANASTASIA Beverly Hills Dip Brow Pomade in the shade Ebony. And I'm just going to take this angled brush. This brush is from Wet n Wild. This can be found at your local drugstore, Walgreens, CVS, Target, pretty much anywhere. And it's only about, I believe, $2 or $3. I know it's about $2. So I take the angled brush and I start on the middle part of my brow, working my way out towards the tail. And I start there because this is the part that will be more defined on my brow as opposed to the inner half. So once I define the outer half of my brow, I take whatever is left on my brush and use that to work on the inner half. Being that the inner half, I personally like it to be lighter. I like how it looks blended and seamless and even, so I don't use any additional product. And when you get a good brow, you gotta throw a little dance in there because, you know, it can be quite a hassle to get a good brow. So now I'm just working on the second brow, doing the same thing, defining the outer half, and whatever is left on my brush, use that to work on the inner half to make it lighter. Then I'm going to be taking my Maybelline Fit Me Concealer to clean up the edges, and I also use an angled brush for this. And check yourself out, do a little dance, work, 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 work. Okay, so next I'm going to take my Maybelline Fit Me Concealer and use this to prime my lids. And I'm going to go ahead and blend that in with my Real Techniques blending sponge. And once again, this is so that you have a nice, even, and smooth canvas to work on. And to set that primer, I'm going to go ahead and take any loose setting powder. Yes, I know that was a lot of powder. But once again, I take it to set the concealer that I placed so that I can work with a smooth and even canvas. Wow, that was a lot of powder. And now for the eyes, I'm going to go ahead and use the Urban Decay Naked Heat palette. Yes, 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 you guys, this palette is amazing. It is totally worth the hype that it got. And I'm going to take the first shade on a blending brush. I'm going to use the shade Low Blow. And using a Morphe brush, I'm just placing that on top of the crease, a little bit on top of the crease. And it's going to be my transition shade. And after that, I'm going to take the shade Cayenne. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it right, but you know, I'm going to call it Cayenne. So with that same brush, I am placing Cayenne on top of Low Blow, and I'm just blending it out to make sure that it is nice and smooth, and I don't want any hard lines, of course. Next, I'm taking the shade En Fuego with, wow, did you see that? So with a packing brush, I'm taking that shade En Fuego and packing that all over my lid. And I'm slowly building up the color because if I go ahead and put too much of this shade, being that it is darker, it will be harder to blend or remove. So it's just easier to build as you go. So you blend, 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 blend some more, and then some more. And then with any clean blending brush, you go ahead and start blending all of those colors together. Like I said before, you don't want any harsh lines, and it is always easier to blend out any harsh lines with a clean brush that has absolutely no product on it at all. So now I'm going to be taking a more precise brush and dipping into the shade Ashes. And I'm going to use this color only on the outer V. I am going to go ahead and place it there, and I'm not going to take it above my crease. This is just to give the eye a bit more of definition. Next, with a blending brush, I'm going to take the shade He Devil, and I'm just going to use this to blend all of the colors together. I think it did a great job in blending everything together. I feel like it kept all of the colors the same and didn't change them as the colors were overlapping with each other. So now I'm going to take the shade Chaser in a smaller pencil brush, and I'm going to use that to highlight my brow bone. So now I'm going to be taking the NYX Loose Glitter Brilliance in the shade Gold, and I'm going to be placing that on my inner corners. And for that, I prefer to use lash glue. It's probably not the best advice, but that's what I do. So I go ahead and place the lash glue on the inner corners, and then I start packing the glitter on top of the tacky glue, and voila! You are done. Okay, so next I'm going to go ahead and prep my own lashes for falsies. And I'm just going to take my lash curler and do a bit of curling so that they are prepped for mascara. For mascara, I used the L'Oreal Paris Voluminous Lash Paradise in Mystic Black. And all I'm going to be doing is placing an even coat. That way when I place my falsies, my own lashes will blend in perfectly. Next, I'm taking some of my favorites. These are the Ardell lashes in the style double ups, and I'm going to take my House of Lashes glue and place that on the band, and I'm going to actually put them down for a bit so I can give the glue a chance to get tacky before I actually put them on. Next, I'm going to start prepping my face in the meantime. I'm going to be using the MONISTAT Chafing. I don't know if it's chafing or chafing relief powder gel as a primer. And you guys, before you start losing your minds, let me tell you that this is a total dupe for your Smashbox Photo Finish Primer. You can look up the ingredients and you will see that it is the exact same thing, ladies. Okay, so back to falsies. I'm placing the band in the middle section first, and once I have that down, I go ahead and adjust the inner corner as well as the outer corner, just making sure that they are in place on both sides and comfortable as well. And boom, next lash. Do the same thing. You start on the middle and then you adjust the sides, outer and inner. You do a little victory dance because they both came out good and in place, didn't give you no trouble. Okay, so now I'm going to take my Estee Lauder Double Wear Foundation and my Maybelline Fit Me and mix those two together to get the perfect match for me as well as the perfect coverage. Well, preferred coverage, I should say. So I start blending together, and you blend, blend, blend some more, blend more, blend, 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 blend. Okay, now for concealer, I'm going to take my Tarte Shape Tape and my Maybelline Fit Me Concealer. I'm going to mix these both together because I love the coverage of the Tarte Shape Tape. However, it is a bit too light, and I'm already super white, so I don't need any additional brightening. So once I place my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer, I'm going to take my Maybelline Fit Me and just place that over the Tarte Shape Tape to bring back a bit more color. And once I have that placed, I'm going to go ahead and blend everything together. I'm also going to use my concealer to clean up the edges of my eyeshadow over here. And I just like to do that as a finishing touch so that the eyeshadow also looks smooth and seamless at the edges. And now on the other side, do the same thing. You blend and blend and blend some more. And now I'm going to take my Cover FX Loose Setting Powder to go ahead and set that concealer in place before it starts creasing. And once I'm done setting my under eyes, I'm going to use whatever is left on that same brush to just go ahead and set the rest of my face in order to prep for contouring. Okay, so now for contour, I'm going to be taking my go-to Kat Von D Shade and Light palette. And I'm going to be taking the lightest and coolest shade in the palette and placing that on my cheekbones. I do take the coolest toned shade in the palette, being that I'm very white, therefore it's more fitting for my skin tone. So I'm going to be placing the same on the other side, and once again I'm going to be blending upward. And then with a fluffier brush, I'm going to take that same shade and blend the top of my forehead. Once again, it's just to bring back definition to my face and make everything look even and together. I'm going to use whatever is left on my brush to place that under my jawline. I do have a double chin going on, so I gotta hide that for all of y'all. Can't be seeing that. It ain't cute. So next I'm going to be taking my Milani Baked Blush in the shade Bellissimo Bronze, and just adding that to my cheekbones. Once I have that in place, I'm going to be taking a much bigger and fluffier brush and just blend everything together, my bronzer as well as my blush. Now I'm going to go back into the palette and take the shade En Fuego, and with a pencil brush, place that all over the lower lash line. And now I'm going to take the same mascara I used earlier to run that through my lower lashes. And now I'm going to take that Maybelline EYESTUDIO gel liner in black to place that on my waterline, both lower and upper. And now I'm going to take this Blink palette that did come in our BoxyCharm box, I believe in the month of August. And I'm going to use that first shade as my highlight. And now for lips, I'm going to be using this Kat Von D Everlasting Liquid Lipstick in the shade Hawkwind. You guys, this color is stunning. It is so beautiful. I feel like the video does not do it justice. However, it is a perfect color for the fall. And I'm obsessed, you guys. I'm obsessed. So now that we're done with the lips, the look is complete. And boom! We done. Look at that highlight. Check yourself out. Check out all the details. And, you know, another victory dance. But thank you guys so much for watching and sticking it out all the way to the end. Please keep in mind that this is my very first video, therefore I know that I still have a lot to work on. But either way, I do hope that you guys go ahead and give this video a like and that you subscribe, and also leave me a comment below on anything else that you would like to see in the future, any tutorials, just anything you would want to see. Let me know in the comments below and I look forward to reading them. Once again, you guys, thank you for watching.